Kick is up, has the accuracy, and it is good. Jake Bates throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, bunched up. Tua to throw. Pass time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone, left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking and room to run. Pass midfield, spinning his way. Pass to 35 to 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my, making his presence felt. 1 play, 60 yards, 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello, everybody, and welcome on in. And Philly and Washington initially entering this game, and I think a lot was really on the line in this one. I knew that the NFC East was going to be up in the air. But I like pulling off the playoff scenarios before any of the games I go live with, especially this late in the season. And Philly, depending on the outcome, is either going to win the NFC East and become the first back-to-back division champion in this division for the first time since 2005, when the Eagles themselves did it. Or if they somehow lose, they get knocked out of contention for the 1 seed in the NFC. So the Eagles have quite a bit on the line in this one. And Washington, the divisional foe, trying to add salt to the wound. And we will see how this one plays out. Kickoff is moments away for what should be a fine game. Hello. Welcome on in. I have no real expectations for this one. I'm starting a lot of Eagles in my fantasy championship this week. That's fun for me. Yeah, we'll see. Again, there's quite a bit on the line in this game. Wait, what do you mean you made a mistake? What? 49ers are pulling out a lot of people for Monday night already, damn. Yeah, we will see. Kickoff moments away. All right. Also, college football is abundant today as well, obviously. FCS semifinals going on right now. College football playoff. The U got a nice win earlier in what was a defensive game against Texas A&M. Yeah, I definitely can, and that that which I don't believe it would be the first time I've seen that. I would have seen that drawn. Pretty sure when he was in Carolina, that's when Gridiron Heights did their Cats spin-off episode, and Darnold was a part of it. I might be confusing him with Baker in Carolina, but either way, that was something. And that Cats movie was, yeah. I don't keep up with it as much as I used to, because I don't really upload weekly. I don't think at the same rate. It still might. I don't know. Yeah, they still have quality moments. Their new like mini series was the bulletin board stuff. That has been really good. Yeah, but the Eagles clinched the NFC East with a win tonight or a Cowboys loss. If the Eagles do lose, they cannot get the 1 seed in the NFC. Why is Schefter tweeting this now? What? What? God damn it, Schefter. Yeah, sure, send it over. Good old Adam Schefter, right as kickoff is about to happen, tweeted that his sources say that the Dolphins offered 4 first-round picks to Cincy back in 2020 for the first overall pick because they wanted Joe Burrow. Why tweet this now? Like what? The Eagles will get the ball first in this one. See what their offense can do. I'm sending this to my friend who's a Cincy fan. He's gonna enjoy that. Kickoff underway in Washington. Going to be returned beginning from the 5, has spaced out past the 20-25 and down to about the 30. The ball comes loose. Fumble on the opening kick. Who has it? They're saying Washington does. Off to a great start. Initial rev signaling is Washington ball. Fumbling on the opening kick. With the division on the line, with the 1 seed on the line. It would be funny if the Eagles lose. Oh yeah, the ball's out. I guess the question is someone stepping out of bounds while making contact with it? I can't tell. Hey, they're saying Washington ball. Yeah, I don't have confidence in Washington either, but it would be really funny. All right, 1st and 10, ball on the plus 26-yard line. Mariota in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side, handoff up the middle, and that's going to be inside the 25 to about the 23 for Chris Rodriguez. I mean, Philly would still make the playoff. It's just they definitely. I mean, Philly would. It feels like Philly's a team that needs to get home field if they're going to go on anything close to a run this year. I mean, but again,
Philly will get in. I mean, well, you know, all they have to do is beat Washington once in one of the next two matchups. Mariota, quick throw, left side, can be caught by Mariota. Gonna be up to inside the 20 at about the 16 should be enough for a first and yep. So first and 10 inside the 20. There's still a chance, yeah, but who does Dallas play this week again? I mean, all Philly needs to do is win one more game of their final three. And Dallas plays the Chargers. Yeah, I mean, and true, fair. I've seen crazier collapses. Mariota gonna hand this off up the middle, inside the 15, and down to about the 11 or so for Chris Rodriguez. 2nd and 5 coming up. So 2nd and 5, Mariota under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Ball on the plus 11, trying to take advantage of the fumble on the opening kick. Man in motion right to left. Toss right side for Rodriguez. Trying to get the edge, we'll get inside the 10 and diving forward to about the 6-yard line. That might give him the 5. Either way, enough for a first down. Is 1st and goal, Commanders. They very well might be. It is still Philadelphia. We do. Philadelphia sports is in a mess of a situation right now. It has been for years. Maybe like fumbling the opening kick is crazy. Yeah, this is the same fan base that threw batteries at Santa a few years back. That was a fun moment. Mariota under center, gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's gonna be Chris Rodriguez down to about the 2 or 3. So 2nd and goal coming up. Probably because of the quad box, and that's probably why this is a thing. All right, 2nd and goal. Mariota under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Going to play action and look to throw. Rolling right, buying time. Still looking and going to throw this one out the back of the end zone. I mean, it's a good play by Washington on the opening kick. I mean, that's how you steal momentum. If Washington can capitalize off of that, like properly capitalize. Mariota in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left, gonna look to throw. With time, pass back at the end zone, off the mark and incomplete. Looking forward, Treylon Burks in the back of the end zone. He wanted a penalty, nothing flown. So the Commanders stall out in the red zone. Yeah, it's hand fighting. That's hand fighting. I mean, Burks initiated the contact. All right, so Jake Moody on for the field goal try. 20-yard kick right down. Ball is centered. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Commanders get 3 off of the forced fumble. Just not the full. But not the full 6 you want out of it. It very well might be stoppable force versus movable object. Yeah, it's points, but getting a touchdown would have really shifted things in their favor. And we're at commercial break. And at commercial break. And of course, Tulane Ole Miss goes to halftime right now as well. That's just my luck. Yep, at commercial break. Now I want to read this report that Schefter tweeted before game started, because like, why did he? Was Cuff Crabs at this different? All right, Schefter, you're gonna get me to read an ESPN article for the first time in a while. What is this? First round picks declined to Bengals declined to even engage in discussions and shut it down instantly. You could offer 4 first round picks and just shut it. I mean, I get it, because since he also needed the quarterback that year, but crazy. And weirdly enough, both teams are in a similar spot right now. So according to league sources, Miami's prepared to move on from Tua in the offseason. I'm not surprised by that. As we're just coming back from commercial break. When the two situations you're getting compared to is the Denver Russell Wilson situation and the Houston Brock Osweiler situation, you know Miami's in a weird spot. Nice. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 6, up past the 25, past the 30, and brought down near the 33. Hell yeah. Yeah, this holiday season's been nice. I'm not sure there is a way to combat most AI things. Especially on Facebook, AI is taking that place over. It feels like 90% of the interactions on there are just between AIs. It's weird. Alright, so first time seeing this Eagles offense tonight since they fumbled on the opening kickoff. Hurts under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion right to left. Gonna hand this off to Saquon Barkley left side, and maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. I do like the parentheses you added in there. There's like I always love it when like just self-awareness and weird art like that. Still looks nice, yeah, but yeah, I get I get your sentiment with it. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw. Has some time, gonna step up, rolling to his left, gonna take it himself and get out of bounds to the 35. Yeah. Alright, 3rd down for Philly. It's a 3rd and 7. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off in time. Hurts looking to throw. Pass right side, going to be caught, but brought down just shy of the first down marker at the 41-yard line. Devonta Smith on the reception. And the Eagles have a choice to make. 4th and 1. Just past the 40. Let's say you're on like the 40 and a half, 41 yard line. You need about the 41 and a half, 42. All right, the offense is staying on the field. And with 9:32 to play in the first, we're going to have a timeout called. Washington calls their first timeout. Most likely, I mean, that's what I would imagine. Though QB sneak success rate for Philly this year is at 68%. I think part of it is just they have not been using it at the same. They haven't been using it the same amount because they haven't gotten into a lot of those short yardage situations on third down. Their average distance on third down is 7. All right, Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 41. They need a 42. Play clock winding down. And they're seemingly just trying to get them to jump. Yep, no snap. Eagles will, I assume, take the delay of game. Yeah. So they're going to go 3 and out and punt this one away. Yeah. I mean, Philly has not been as eager to line up in touch push as they were last year. Which it makes sense, but is also kind of weird. Punt comes off clean. Going to be caught at the 15 and brought down there. No fair catch for some reason. I'm still going through this Schefter article. Yeah, Miami Big Dead Cap It. Tyreek Hill slated 52 mil. Post June 1st release of Tyreek Hill saves 36 million. And you tack that on to the 99 mil dead cap because you're most likely gonna have to release Tua. Yeah, I mean it gets you down to like 63. 63. I mean it's still obviously not all the same, but it would be more in line with what Denver had to deal with. There was a fumble on the opening kickoff, which Washington could not get in the end zone with afterwards. It got stalled out in the red zone. So they settled for the field goal, and now the Eagles just went 3 and out. Of course, Schefter had to tweet this right as kickoff happened. I hate this, man. If Washington got the first overall pick, if Washington got the first overall pick in 2020, the Dolphins have Joe Burrow. That's what this is saying. How close was that? How close what were these standings? No, not this year. 2019, 2020. There we go. 13. A game. If Miami simply lost to Washington? No, they didn't lose. If Miami would have either beaten Washington or lost to Cincy, which was we beat Cincy in overtime that year. God damn it, Schefter. Tweeting this now, so I'm going to get sidetracked. We're at commercial break. Miami was an overtime win against Cincy away from having Joe Burrow. Of course. So all this means Miami needs to right the ship. Bring him to Miami. Bring him to Miami. He's clearly frustrated in Cincy right now. And just get him back from commercial break. Mariota in shotgun, back to his left. Going to play action, look to throw. Pass over the middle, going to be incomplete. Looking for John Bates. Tight coverage, 2nd and 10. So Mariota in shotgun, back to his right, motion someone into the backfield behind him, 2nd and 10, tight end in motion left to right. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's spaced to about the 31, 32 yard line. So gain of about 6-ish. Gonna be a 3rd and 4. Third and 4, Mariota in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Running back sent in motion out wide to the right. So it's 4 receivers on that right side of the 3rd and 4. They need a 25-yard line. Mariota, the throw. Pressure coming. Pass left side. Going to be caught by a sitting Terry McLaurin for the first. Up to about the 27. He slipped on his break. And Mariota still puts it on the money because of the slipping. So 1st and 10. Yeah, Montana made this a game before halftime against Montana State. That's been a great one. It was a 4-point game at the half there in the FCS semifinals. Mariota under center, going to hand this off left side, and that's to about the 31-yard line for Jeremy McNicholas. So 2nd and 7 coming up. Mariota in shotgun, back to his right. Looking to throw in 2nd and 7. Dump off left side. Going to be caught, and that's a gain of about 3 or so. Yeah, Jeremy McNicholas for the gain of 3. That sounds like a great thumbnail. I don't know what you mean. Mariota alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw. Pass over the middle, gonna be caught to midfield. Traylon Burks going up for it, but there is a penalty. That's a great catch from Burks, but it seems like it's gonna be negated. Yep, holding against Washington. 3rd and 14 coming up. So 3rd and 14 after the offensive holding penalty. Brought back what would have been a first and a whole lot more up to about midfield for Traylon Burks. As Nakobe Dean is heading to the sideline, banged up after that play. Yeah, 3rd and 14. 6:35 to play in the first. Mariota in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Man in a short motion on the right side as Mariota looks to throw. Has some time, gonna step up, and I'm gonna roll to his right to buy some time. Still looking, passing along that right side, gonna be just off the mark and incomplete. Looking along the sideline to Ben Sinnott. So it's a 4th and 14, and the Commanders will now punt. Yeah, people are People are slipping all over the place on this turf right now. Makes sense though. Because FedEx Field, wherever it's not FedEx anymore, but it might as well be. This turf is not great. Punt comes off clean, can be returned beginning from the 26 up past the 30, 35, and down to about the 37. Right, it's not FedEx anymore. It's like Northwestern Stadium or something. Yeah, Northwest Stadium. Dumbass name for dumbass stadium. At commercial break. The Dolphins are doing a bunch of like pageantry stuff for tomorrow's game because it's this is the 60th season of Dolphins football, and they're wearing the throwbacks tomorrow, and all of the pageantry they're doing it's just not hidden it's not hitting the same as it has in the past because of just how this season has gone. And also, it's like it's the 60th season of Dolphins football. Well, technically, even though no, his first season was 60. Probably next year should have been 60th, right? Whatever. I don't know if that might be why. Is that because like Miami typically wears the throwbacks 2 or 3 times a year, and they're only wearing it once this year. And if it is supposed to be like a 60th season ceremony stuff, probably should have been wearing the throwbacks a hell of a lot more this season. But maybe they're saving it for next year. Yep, at commercial break. We await Philly's second drive of the game. Yeah, most likely it would be a snooze fest, but I think it also would be kind of entertaining to an extent for the game to remain like this. It would depend on it would depend on what would cause the game to remain like this, because like the Miami Texas A&M game earlier, that game was 3-3 until under 2 minutes. But it was still like a pretty entertaining 3-3 score because of just how many turnovers and mistakes were being made. Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. First and 10. Hurts gonna look to throw. Has time. Pass right side. Caught wide open. Pass midfield to about the 46. It's Devontae Smith on the reception. Yeah, it's a rerun of the Chargers-Eagles game from a few weeks back. Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Gonna look to throw. Pressure coming, rolling to his right, gonna take it himself. Up past the 40, 35, and sliding down to the 33. That turf has no give to it in some areas, and too much give in others. Crazy. Hurts slid there and pretty much instantly got stood back up. Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. First and 10 from the plus 33-yard line. Going to look to throw. Has time. Pass left side. Caught by A.J. Brown. Makes one man miss and has space. First down and more inside the 20 to about the 18. Eagles are in the red zone for the first time tonight. no team is allowed to punt no matter the situation. You're just gonna be forced to go for it. They're going 5 wide once again. Hurts and shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. This has been an exclusive 5 wide drive for the Eagles. Hurts looking to throw. Pass left side is gonna be incomplete. Looking for Devonta Smith in the end zone. Hit him in the hands, couldn't hang on to the contact. 2nd and 10 coming up. He makes a good move. He makes a good move. He loses his defender. Hurts just did not put it deep enough in the end zone for him to run underneath it. If Hurts places that back pylon more, and that most likely is 6. That's a tough miss. And with the play clock under 10 seconds and the Eagles with the play clock under 5 seconds and the Eagles just now breaking the huddle, they're going to call their first timeout. Now, that sequence would be chaotic, and I'm here for it. Yeah, I picked Philly as well. And there's quite a bit on the line in this game. An Eagles win clinches the division and clinches the division and means that they are the first team since themselves in 2005 to go back to back as division champions in the NFC East. A loss kicks them out of the 1 seed contention in the NFC. So we'll see. It's 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. Hurts in shotgun. Back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Hurts looking to throw. Quick pass left side, wide open A.J. Brown. Inside the 10 to 5 and out of bounds at the 2. 1st and goal, Philly. And with them being on the 2-yard line, do they just go, tush push, and eventually get in? Or are they going to actually call a play here? Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle, and it's close for Saquon. They're going to say he's in. Saquon Barkley from 2 yards out puts the Eagles on top for the first time tonight with 3:28 to play in the first quarter. It's a close one though. No, he's gonna be short. His knee touches there. Alright, so 2nd and goal coming up from the half-yard line. Yeah, there you go. Announcement's under review. Second and goal inside the 1. Yeah, that's clear short. Though again, I understand in motion not being able to tell that. All right, so 2nd and goal. Can they punch it in? And here comes the tush push. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. And there's some movement there. Yeah, they're going to get it. False start against Philly. They tried hard counting the tush push. What? False start, second and goal from about the 6 coming up. But why are you hard counting there, though? Like, what? That's not a play. It's like it's second and goal. Just there's no need to hard count there. Just line up and run it. Three minutes to play in the first quarter. Second and goal from the 6. Yeah. Hurts under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Play action looking to throw. Hurts, pass, right side and caught. Touchdown Philly. It's Devontae Smith by the front pylon, and now the Eagles get on top for the first time tonight. It took a little extra, but they do it. The extra point is up and good. And we head to commercial break with 2:37 to play in the first. It definitely would have been funny. But at the same time, again, I started pretty much all of my Eagles in fantasy this week, so I would prefer a decent game from all of them. All right, Nakobe Dean is questionable with a hamstring injury that he suffered during this game. So we'll see if slash when he returns. And of course, everything's at commercial break right now. That's right at commercial break. At commercial break. That's cool. The FCS game is showing highlights, yeah, for Illinois State and Villanova. That's gonna be a fun game. That's later today, right? Yeah, 7:30. All right, just coming back from commercial break. .237 to play in the first quarter. We await kickoff after the 5-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Hurts to Devontae Smith. Jake Elliott set to send this one away. All right, kickoff going to be returned beginning from the 5-yard line, just about. Has space up past the 25. Breaks off one tackle past the 30 and brought down near the 32. So Mariota will start from there. Yeah, Nakobe Dean questionable with that hamstring. And that is a tough one for this Eagles For this Eagles defense, it's a tough one. It's a tough one for Dean to be out for a bit. Mariota under center, gonna hand this off up the middle, and there's space up past the 40, spinning his way to about the 44-yard line. It's Ja'Cory Krotsky Merritt on the carry for 14 and a fresh set of down. Nice. I had a few things earlier. A few things, I mean, like pizza and pasta. It's been an Italian day for me. Mariota gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's a gain of about a yard or so, or just about. That's Mariota in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Play action looking to throw, pass left side, caught by Deebo Samuel, and gonna get about 2 or so. Gonna be a third and pretty long. Well, it's not too bad. 3rd and 9. That was Ole Miss just scored, okay. Mariota in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. 3rd and 9, gonna look to throw. With some time, now stepping up, and gonna be sacked back near the 42. Mariota is sacked. The Commanders go a gentleman's 3 and out, as they got the first down in the first play of it, then went 3 and out. So they'll punt this one away, and that will be the end of the first quarter as well. 15 minutes in the books. Washington has not been able to move the ball down the field pretty much at all in this game. They got their 3 points off of a fumble on the opening kick, but really besides that, Philly has been in control of this game. We'll see how this one continues. We head to commercial break for the end of the first quarter. And commercial break. With the timing of these games, it makes dinner a little weird. I'm looking through a menu now to see. What am I in the mood for tonight? Better question. What am I gonna be in the mood for at about like 11 p.m.? Yeah, that's the better question. There we go. All right, at commercial break. And with 15 minutes in, as the end of the first quarter just happened, an Eagles win clinches the NFC East division title, and the first time a team would win back-to-back NFC East titles since 2005. A loss will knock Philly out of contention for the 1 seed and home field advantage in the NFC. So a lot rides on this game for the Eagles. All right, just getting back from commercial break. I didn't even realize that the teams are wearing Christmas patches. That's kind of cool. All right, so Washington set to send this one away. Punt comes off clean. Gonna be fair caught at the 10-yard line. Let's see. Why do you have so many Colts? I'm gonna start this off by saying put in CJ Stroud over Drake May. And anytime someone's playing the Raiders, you lean them. Most else, you're probably have the best lineup you can, and I think you'll be relatively fine. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, gonna play action and look to throw. Pass right side, gonna be off the mark and incomplete. Looking for AJ Brown, just too far outside. He was open. That's a tough miss for Jalen Hurts to have. It feels like he has quite a few of those each week. So 2nd and 10. Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 2nd and 10. Hurts gets a snap off in time. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Rolling right. Gonna take it himself up past the 15, past the 20, 25, and out of bounds near the 26. Who did the Jets play again? New Orleans. I mean, if you can find a way to put Breece Hall in, do it, but I don't really see where you would slot him in. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, gonna hand this off up the middle for Saquon Barkley, and he has space to about the 35. Gain of roughly 9. 2nd and 1 coming up. Yeah, I don't know where Breece Hall would slot into this lineup. Only guess would be with ETN, but Hubbard, yeah, I guess that could work. And Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, 2nd and 1. Ball on roughly their own 35. Gonna toss this right side for Saquon Barkley, who has space. Gonna be enough for a first down, and as he gets to about the 40. The 1st and 10 coming up. (13-13) the play in the first half. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, making some adjustments at the line. 1st and 10. Hurts going to hand this off up the middle, and that's a gain of about 2 for Saquon. Memphis and Mississippi State are having a great college basketball game right now, and probably, like, maybe not a lot of people are watching it. Hurts alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 2nd and 8. Hurts looking to throw. Has some time. Pass over the middle, going to be caught by A.J. Brown. Pass to 45, pass to 40. Pass to 35 and flipped over at the 33. A.J. Brown, 27 yards after the catch, and puts the Eagles past midfield. God damn. If we put a swear jar in me and my friends' Discord server, that would be able to pay for a trip to Cancun for all of us in 2 days. Handoff up the middle is going to get about right back to the line of scrimmage for Saquon. I guess more so if it was a VC related swear jar. The Eagles' record when A.J. Brown has less than 80 receiving yards in this season is 7-1. Hurts in shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. I wouldn't go that far. Handoff up the middle for Saquon Barkley has space past the 30, 25, and flipping over to about the 23. A first down carry for Saquon Barkley. The Eagles are in prime position to extend this lead. It's Sailor Mouth. It's Sailor Mouths, but it's not that far. We still do have standards. It's spamming. That is perfect. Daron Payne still to get up after the play. But he's up on his own power, walking towards the sideline. So it's 1st and 10 from the 23.5-ish yard line. Ten minutes to play in the first half. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. Man in motion right to left. Gonna touch pass this one forward for Devontae Smith and gonna be brought down behind the line for a loss of a yard. Back to the 25-yard line. 2nd and 11 coming up for Philly. Second and 11. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw. Has time, pass, left side for A.J. Brown is going to be bobbled and incomplete. 3rd and 11 coming up now. 9:14 to play in the first half. It's a 3rd and long. Third and 11. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, play clock winding down. To get the snap off in time, Hurts looking to throw. Pass over the middle, going to be incomplete, looking for A.J. Brown. Great coverage, forces it loose. And the Eagles stall out inside the 25 and will settle for a field goal to make this a 7-point game. Yeah, looking for A.J. Brown. Just couldn't hang on to it. All right, a 43-yard kick from the left hash to make this a 7-point game. Kick is up. And he hooked it. Missed it wide left. It remains a 4-point game in Landover, Maryland as we head to commercial break. He hooked it left. Jake Elliott's having a weird season. It seems. Yeah, 77% entering this game. That's gonna make it now. Oh, I'm looking at career. Okay. Yeah, that missed kick brought him down to a 74% on the season. It would just barely not be a career low. Yeah, it's a weird season. But to be fair, it's a weird season for all of Philly. So, what you gonna do? As we're at commercial break, as Montana just took the lead over Montana State. The FCS playoffs going crazy as always. At commercial break. Oh yeah. An artificially inflated swear count of over 100. That is a great sentence. Right, just getting back from a commercial break, and they're showing the career route of Marcus Mariota. Wow. Okay, what? Mariota and Jalen Hurts have nearly identical careers up to this point. Aside from, actual accolades. Nearly same amount of starts, nearly same amount of passing yards, nearly same amount of career touchdowns. There's also a difference in like 5 seasons. Mariota, deep shot left side for Terry McLaurin, and it is caught. A gain of 43 to inside the Philly 30 to the 27. Just say, yeah, Terry McLaurin lined up against Adoree Jackson. That's a matchup Washington will take 10 times out of 10. Mariota places it well enough. McLaurin makes a great catch. Mariota in shotgun back behind him, gonna hand this off up the middle, and that is a gain of about 2 up to the 25 for Krotzky Merritt. This is Washington's first time past midfield since their opening drive of the game. 8:20 to play in the first half. Yep. And Mariota in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Going to look to throw. Pass over the middle, can be caught by Deebo Samuel. Has space inside the 20, the 15. Stiff arming and going to be brought down at the 11. A gain of 14 for Deebo Samuel, and the Commanders are 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Beautiful design there to fake a swing screen and then throw a mid screen over. Like that's a great play design. So 1st and 10, 7:15 to play in the half. Mariota under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left, gonna hand this off up the middle, and he's inside the 5 to about the 4. It's Krotzky Merritt on the carry. 2nd and 3-ish coming up. It would be funny if Washington wins. That would also be perfectly summing up the NFC East. Like, the NFC East has been in a very up and down division for the past like 20 years. There's a reason why that no one has been a repeat winner in there since then. Mariota, handoff right side for Krotsky Merritt, and he'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And to the point where it's going to be down at the 5-yard line. So 3rd and 4 coming up. Third and 4. 6:15 to play in the half. Mariota under center. I'm making adjustments at the line. Mariota in shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Handoff up the middle. And gonna fight his way to the 1-yard line for a first down. It's Krotsky Merritt on the carry. 1st and goal, Washington. First and goal. And now there's a stoppage. $5:23 to play in the half. After replay assist, he's going to be marked short of the first down marker. It's 4th and 1 from the 2. And a big decision to make here for Washington. A big decision to make. At the 2-yard line. I mean, they're going to go for it feels. Because either you pin them deep or you get in the end zone, basically. Yeah. Mariota under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side, and there's going to be a timeout called. Oh no, Washington is going to challenge this? Washington has challenged the ruling, which was made by replay assist. So this is going to be interesting to see how they think they can pull this off. Because initially, we're heading to a commercial break off it. Initially, it was ruled a first down. Replay assist brought it back to the 2-yard line. So it's 4th and 1. And now they're challenging the replay assist. That he did actually get the first. Okay, sure. Why not? Why not? We're at commercial break as Washington is challenging this spot of the ball. At commercial break. I don't see how Washington thinks they can win this challenge. Again, the call was made via replay assist. Like we'll see. Just coming back from commercial break. And yeah, the rule on the field is upheld. It is 4th and 1. Commanders just completely burnt a challenge. Last night, I didn't really watch last night's game as I was at the Florida Panther game last night. As Mariota under center, back behind him, gonna hand this off up the middle, and that should be at least enough for the first. We'll see if he crosses the plane. They're gonna say no, he's short. So it is still 1st and goal, but from the half-yard line. I'm happy that the Hurricanes won, but that game was like a mess. But I'm happy the Hurricanes won. And during this past commercial break, I turned off Ole Miss Tulane to watch the better playoff game on right now in Montana and Montana State alongside this game. Because Montana came back from down 20-9 and now lead 23-20. That game's been going great. Mariota handoff up the middle to Krotsky Merritt, gonna be just short. 2nd and goal coming up. FCS playoffs have not disappointed at all this year. I have no idea what to expect for the college football playoffs for the next game or so. Second and goal. Mariota under center. Handoff up the middle. And I think he's going to be short again. Gets stood up near the line of scrimmage. He does have a stretch attempt there, which might have brought it over. And they're going to say he's in. Bill Krotsky Merritt from half a yard out puts the Commanders back on top, taking advantage of the missed field goal to retake the lead. I mean, I feel a little bad for Tulane. At the same time, like it's still great that they made the CFP, and it's still going to do great things for that program. But I think what we're going to see this year is the fact that conference champions don't get a bye is going to make Tulane and James Madison look worse. Because part of where a lot of group of 5 upsets happen is the bowl seasons. They're on neutral site games. As the extra point is up and good. Like if Tulane and Ole Miss played neutral site, I think that game would have been so much closer. But because it's in Ole Miss, because it's in Ole Miss, just the home field is just too much for some schools. I'm just hoping JMU keeps it close. I don't think they'll win because it's Oregon they're playing against. But if they can get the point spread was 21. If JMU can cover the spread, that is a win for the group of 5. And that's a massive win for the Sun Belt. If JMU can cover the spread, that's a massive win. Which college game did you curse last night? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And I was hoping Oklahoma would win that, but it ended up being a solid game nonetheless. I'm happy with it. Though it definitely did not top the Florida Panther game last night. From down 3-0 with 10 minutes to play in that to winning 4-3 in a shootout. The Panthers have been so the entire Eastern Conference in the NHL has been so weird this year. The fact that after everything to the start of this season, the Panthers find themselves second in the division and firmly in a playoff spot. Not firmly, but second in the Atlantic Division and would be in the playoffs. It's great. Because they should be getting Matthew Tkachuk back relatively soon. Most likely going to be after Winter Classic and maybe after when's the Olympics again? February? Maybe just before the Olympics he comes back. Which would be nice. And then hopefully, if the Panthers are really lucky, they get Barkov back for the playoffs. That would be great. We'll see. All right, Josh Jacobs is active tonight against Chicago. That's a nice one for Green Bay. All right, just getting back from commercial break. The 1 yard carry. Krotsky Merritt puts the Commanders on top. We'll see how Philly responds. Kickoff underway. Gonna be returned to beginning from the goal line. I wanted to kneel it down, but kind of stumbled up past the goal line. Can be brought down at about the 19. So great kick coverage, as Will Shipley not been having a great game as a kick returner in this one. Fumbled on the opening kick. Misplayed that kickoff there. We'll see. It's 1st and 10. Yeah, the indecision there probably cost him about 5 yards minimum on the return. At 1st and 10, Hurts in shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Man in motion right to left. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be Saquon Barkley up to about the 24. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 coming up. Yeah. I mean, the fan bases online the past week, 2 weeks have been great. Like JMU, and their fans on like Twitter and stuff have been just great. Hurts quick pass left side can be caught by AJ Brown, makes one man miss and can be out of bounds near the the 31, 31-yard line. Let's see. So that game starts at the same time as Illinois State and Villanova. So I'll tune into both of those, but probably just, unless JMU Oregon is close to majority of it, probably I won't actually watch all of it. Hurts in shotgun back to his right, 3 receiving options to the right as well. Handoff up the middle, and there's space for Saquon Barkley up to about the 39. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 coming up. It won't be gone forever, but it's going to be a lot tougher for the group of 5 to get 2 schools in. It's going to be a lot tougher for the group of 5 to have a proper claim. Even though the group of 5 should get representation in the college football playoff, they are still FBS level schools. All right, the Eagles will run this down to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to play. Eagles down by 3. The 1 seed in the NFC on the line, and the NFC East crown on the line. They got 2 minutes in the ball before halftime, where the Commanders will get the ball to begin the second half. So we'll see from there at commercial break. If Jalen Hurts throws a pick six. Because again, I have a lot of Eagles in fantasy this week for the league championship. It is a 2-week championship, but still, I need solid performances, especially because I'm going against someone that has JSN, Christian McCaffrey, Trevion Henderson, and Amon-Ra St. Brown on their lineup. Yep, at commercial break for the 2-minute warning. That is true. That is true. Because, yeah, Puka had a great game on Thursday night. If you only focus on that specific, 3-hour window, he had a great week. Just coming back from commercial break. Two minutes. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. It's a 2nd and 2. 3 receiving options to the right. Ball on their own 39-yard line, just about. Hurts looking to throw. Roll into his right to buy some time. Pass back over the middle. Going to be caught by A.J. Brown. Enough for a first and down to the 44. Gain of 5. And a fresh set of downs. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on their own 44. Hurts looking to throw. Pressure coming, stepping up, going to look to take it himself, and going to slide down past the 45 to the 47. Second and 7. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, looking to throw. Pass right side, caught by A.J. Brown, going to be up to about the plus 45-yard line. Enough for the first, but not quite in field goal range yet. They're about 2 yards away from field goal range. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw. Has time, pass right side, going to be caught by A.J. Brown, and he gets out of bounds after a gain of about 7. Inside the 40 to the 38. 35 seconds to play in the half. Second and 3. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. 2nd and 3 from the plus 38. Hurts looking to throw. Has some time, ball's loose! Hurts picks it up and going to roll to his left. And going to be brought down behind the line to the 44. A situation you could not have happen with 25 seconds left. That knocks Philly out of field goal range, and they will call their second timeout. Hurts recovers his own fumble and loses about 4. That knocks him just out of field goal range. So with how Jake Elliott kicked earlier, well, you still probably need about 10 yards to be really comfortable. It's a 3rd and 8. It's a loss of 9, yeah. A loss of 5-ish. Yeah. 3rd and 8. 25 seconds to play in the half. If you get at least half, you might be able to go for it. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 8, looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by A.J. Brown, not going to be enough for a first. Does get inside the 40 to the 39. And with 18 seconds left in the half, the Commanders will call their final timeout. All right. You're in field goal range, but it's still going to be a long kick. It's going to be about 59-yard kick. That is very close to Jake Elliott's career long. He missed from 43 earlier in the game. Let's see what Philly does here. They're going to keep the offense on the field. You can also just try to get him to jump and then send out the field goal unit. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receiving options to the right. Play clock winding down. 3, 2, tight end in motion. And there's the timeout called by Philly. No timeouts remaining for either side. It's a 59, close to 60-yard kick for Jake Elliott coming up. He missed from 43 on the Eagles' previous drive. It led to a touchdown for Washington and the lead. The Commanders get the ball to begin the second half. This is a big-time kick. That's a 57-yarder. Still a long kick. To tie this game up at 10 from the left hash. Kick is up. And he hooked it left again. He hooked it wide left. Oh, but the Eagles get saved due to offsides. They're calling offsides against Washington. It's a fresh set of downs. You cannot be having an offsides penalty there. That's a bad camera angle to show it. Cannot be going offsides there. Was he offsides? Either way, that's a tough offsides to get called on. I mean, when it gets to a kick of that long, there's not a point in trying to block it, I don't think. Or at least not blocking it off the edge. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass left side, going to be off the mark and incomplete, looking for Devontae Smith. 9 seconds remain. I mean, if the Eagles have no timeouts, if they get brought with 9 seconds remaining, if they get brought down inbounds at all, they're not going to be able to get a snap off again. If they don't get any more yardage here, it's a 52-yard kick. It is still a long kick. And out comes Jake Elliott once again. So just missed from 57, but got bailed out. From 52 in the left hash, he hooks it again! Identical to his 43-yard miss, to his 57-yard miss. He is hooking everything to the left. I don't think you can. If you're Philly, you cannot you cannot kick it from the left hash the rest of this game. 3 times he hooks it left. And the Commanders have a 3-point lead entering halftime as they kneel this one out. How do you hook it 3 times in a row? What? It's identical to his other. That's crazy. If this game comes down to a game-winning field goal, I think Philly would be better off throwing a Hail Mary. I don't think if it's on the left hash. If it's on the left hash, I don't think you can send out Jake Elliott the rest of this game. He has missed 3 kicks by hooking it left. Like, what? We're at halftime. Washington gets ball to begin the second half, up by 3. Just wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's wow. I mean, I don't know. I think Sirianni played that as well as he could have. Aside from maybe because like the only thing that you probably could have changed there realistically was that play right after the offside. You had 13 seconds. In theory, that gives you enough time to get the ball inside a 50-yard kick. Because the motto is 12 seconds is how long it takes to run a quick slant and spike the ball. So with 13 seconds, in theory, you have time to do something quick and line up and spike it, but you're taking a massive risk there without having timeouts. So instead, you try and throw something towards the sidelines. It just didn't connect. And at that point, with 9 seconds, in theory, you could run one more play, but you're already in field goal range. And Jake Elliott, for the most part, typically, is a pretty reliable kicker. He's just been having a weird year. Which with being 0-2 in kicks today, he's at a 68% on the year. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's not great, but I'm not sure if there's much else you could do. With the amount of time left and not having timeouts, you're very hog-tied in what you can do. And also, Sirianni is not the Eagles' play caller. That's still Kevin Petula. Like Sirianni is not doing a whole lot in this game in general because it just because doesn't have that many during the game responsibilities. It seems. You take a timeout there because you can't go backwards. You have to take a time because you're not gonna go for it in that situation. You take a timeout because you can't take a delay of game. Taking a delay of game is taking a delay of game there is punting the ball away because you're out of field goal range at that point. So you quite literally had to take a timeout and if you want to send out the offense, see if you can get them to jump, and since they couldn't, you have to take a timeout. You can't take a delay of game. Now maybe the argument is, you probably go for it actually instead, but in field goal range, no. Yep, at halftime. Yep, at halftime. I mean, in theory, it's dumb, yeah. At the same time, Elliott can kick from there. His career long is 61. And at least by sending him out, you're giving you a guaranteed chance to get points. By going for it there and most likely failing on 4th and 4, it's a situation that would be just too it's an even worse situation. Like you take the points in a game like this. It's just unfortunate that he missed, but they got the offsides to get closer, and then he missed again. That's like the bigger like issue I'm seeing is with the play right after the field goal, but there's not much you can do there. So it's just a weird spot. What really hurt them is Jalen Hurts fumbling in the backfield. Him fumbling there cost the Eagles 3 points more so than calling the timeout on 4th and 4. Obviously, you still want your guy to hit a kick that's in his range. But like, in terms of like offensive mistakes in that last series, the biggest is Jalen Hurts fumbling. Yep, at halftime. And halftime. Washington gets ball to begin the second half. Montana State's up by 11 over Montana. A trip to the FCS championship on the line. As we're at commercial break for halftime. Got about 3.5 minutes until the start of the second half. Oh, what a catch. What a catch for Montana State. Yeah, they're close ice in this game. Yep, at commercial break. Well, hell yeah. Love to hear that. Also tell her thank her for her service. We have 2 minutes and 2 minutes and halftime. Yeah, I could not imagine being on constant flights like that. That first nap or sleep back home is gonna feel great. Good. If it was 4th and 3 and in, I would agree saying it should have gone for it. But 4th and 4 is it's slightly different. It's ever so slightly different, and I think if you ask 99% of teams in this league what they would do there, they would do the exact same thing that Sirianni just did. Oh hell yeah! Or maybe 95% of teams do the same. Like I could see the Lions being a team to go for it there. Yeah, I get where you're coming from, but it's also just one of those scenarios where, with how this game has played out, I also get why the Eagles did what they did. Like if you're the Lions, they probably go for it. Miami probably does go for it because 57 is real long range for Riley Patterson. And maybe like a team like the Packers or Buffalo goes for it, but majority of teams play that the exact same way, and majority of teams come out on top in that scenario. As yeah, Montana State's gonna punch their ticket to the FCS championship here. Hell yeah. Comes down to Illinois State and Villanova. Coming out of halftime here soon. Start of the second half. Gonna be underway. Washington gets ball to begin the second half, trying to take advantage of the 3-point lead that they have. All right. It's with the missed kicks, with the fumble on the opening kick, I still feel like Philly is in control, mainly because of their defense and how well that's been playing. Offense, give or take, has been having a fine game. I mean, they're able to move the ball fine. But you have back-to-back drives ended in missed field goals, and they were both really good drives as well. Yeah, because it's since the 3-and-out on their first drive, it's touchdown and 2 missed field goals. Just tough. As the second half is underway, kickoff can be returned up to about the 31. So we'll see what the Commanders do. See if they can extend their lead. Yeah, it's special teams miscues, primarily for Philly, and then obviously that hurts fumble 10.5 definitely hurt as well, but mainly just special teams miscues. Mariota in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Going to play action and look to throw. Mariota with time, pass over the middle, gonna be caught and having room to run past the 45 to about the 43. It's Treylon Burks on the diving grab, and a gain of 24. Yeah, he gets his arm underneath it. That's a great catch from Treylon Burks. Mariota looking to throw in 1st and 10. Rolling right, and gonna throw this one away incomplete. Yeah, or at least the game plan felt like they were just trying to tie the game. It didn't feel like they were going for. It didn't feel like they were trying to take the lead, which was what their goal should have been. So that's the part where I'm like, yeah, that's not great. I mean, they accomplished that goal. It's just they nearly accomplished it. So Mariota in shotgun back to his right, going to play action and look to throw. Has time, pass left side, gonna be incomplete. Looking for Deebo Samuel, but Quinion Mitchell in tight coverage knocks the ball loose. 3rd and 10 coming up. They had that great opening play of the drive. Since then, 2 incompletions. Third and 10. Mariota in shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion left to right. That's McLaurin. Mariota looking to throw. Eagles send pressure. Stepping up, trying to dance around in the pocket. Spins his way to the right. Looking, throwing deep right side, and that is incomplete. Looking for Traylon Burks. There's a penalty in the backfield. Nothing in the secondary despite Burks wanting one. It's holding against Washington. That will be declined. It's 4th and 10. So after a 24-yard pickup to begin the drive, the Commanders go 3 straight incompletions and now have to punt this one away to Philly. Montana State has scored against. Yeah, they're firmly in control of that. Is that a punt return touch? All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at about the 17-yard line. And we're going to head to a commercial break. That was a pick 6 for Montana State. Yeah. So they're going to work. They're working their way to the FCS championship with that. Yeah, so you gotta wait about 45 minutes before more games kick off in college. So we're at commercial break. Nakobe Dean has been downgraded to out. He'll miss the rest of this game for Philly after suffering a hamstring injury earlier on. Hell yeah. What do you mean by firing? Or like not great? Because there were a few good games on. Like Montana State was a solid game up until 7 minutes left in the 4th. Oh, the NFL just always does this. Once the college regular season ends and there's a lot less college to compete with, they begin having Saturday games just to fill in more time slots. Because like Fox, for example, if not for these 2 NFL games, Fox would have nothing in these 2 windows because there's no college games on Fox right now. So there's a way to fill in time slots for some of these networks, and also it's the NFL. They can do they can do whatever they want. All right, just getting back from commercial break, and Josh Johnson is taking snaps under center along the sideline, warming up. So I'm going to keep an eye on. As Mariota got hit after throwing that ball. Or not really hit, but he felt something after throwing it. So we'll keep an eye on that. But first, Philly's first drive of the half. Hurts under center, back and fullback behind him. 1st and 10 from their own 17. Heading in motion right to left. They hand this off to Saquon Barkley up the middle. past the 20 to the 22. All right, so 2nd and 5. Hurts under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Play clock winding down, man in motion right to left to get the snap off in time, play action looking to throw. Hurts, plenty of time, dump off left side for Devontae Smith. Enough for a first, he's out of bounds near the 29. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion right to left, 1st and 10 from their own 29. Play action, quick throw left side, caught by Dallas Goedert. And that's a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 coming up. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receiving options to the right as well. 2nd and 2, gonna play action, look to throw, rolling right, passing right. Gonna be caught by Jahan Dotson, and that's gonna be stood up at about the 43-ish yard line. Enough for a first. The Brandon Ayuk saga is continuing to be weird over in San Francisco. As he posted a video on his Instagram going 90 miles per hour right by Levi Stadium. Who knows what's going on over there, but best wishes. Play action looking to throw. Hurts. Pass right side. Going to be caught by Devontae Smith. And I think they're going to only give him up to about the plus 48-ish. The dive-in effort brought him behind the 1st down marker. And then he got up and fought forward. So his forward progress is going to be, only a gain of 8. As Marcus Mariota is heading to the locker room. That's a terrible sign for Washington. So 2nd and 2. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball in the plus 48-yard line. Man in motion left to right. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Saquon Barkley, and that's enough for a first and down to about the 41-yard line. So 1st and 10. Good. Hurts looking to throw in 1st and 10. Rolling to his left to buy some time. Still looking, passing this one deep, and it's going to be a throwaway incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Yeah, the Bears are going to be without Luther Burden and Rome Odunze tonight. At 2nd and 10. Hurts in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the right, 2 to the left. Man in motion, right side, as Hurts is going to play action and keep it himself along the right side. And he's still up at the line for no gain. Trying a pretty much a what you'd see from a counter out of Wildcat. And that went for nothing. It's basically a read option as well. Washington just played that perfectly. So 3rd and 10. With 9:45 to play in the 3rd quarter. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. Looking to throw, dump off left side, caught by Shipley. Has space past the 40 and brought down shortly thereafter at about the 38. Not enough for the first. It's 4th and 7. You're going to be on the left hash. And the offense is going to stay on the field. I think this is the right call. Again, if you're Philly, I don't think for the rest of this game you can kick from the left hash. Because he's hooking everything left tonight. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Play clock winding down. To get the snap off, Hurts looking to throw. Has time. Plenty of time. Deep shot, left side. AJ Brown, it's incomplete or picked off. Either way, it's Commander's ball. No, he didn't do it a 4th time. But there's a chance he could have, though. But instead, they kept the offense on the field. Now there's a penalty. It's illegal contact on Washington. That's twice now. They've gifted Philly a first. That's a penalty. You can't. Such a bad penalty to take for Washington, though. AJ Brown beat his man, but that ball should have never been thrown. That's a bad penalty to take there. There was a gain of 5 and an automatic first down for Philly. Ball now on the plus 33. Hurts in shotgun, gonna hand this off up the middle. And that's Saquon Barkley being met at the line for no gain. Yeah. Washington State is better than Washington, D.C. Or at least, yeah. I don't know, but I do want to end up going over towards both at some point. But yeah, I'm a massive history buff, so I do want to see the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial, and all that. Yeah, but I'm waiting for the Commanders to get a new stadium in order to go over there because I do not want to deal with that stadium. Hurts play action, rolling right, passing right, going to be caught by Dallas Goedert, and going to be Goddard going to be forced out of bounds for a gain of 9. 3rd and 1 coming up. 7:45 to play in the third. And counting. It's a 3rd and 1. Hurts handoff up the middle for Saquon Barkley is going to be a gain of 2. First and 10 coming up. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion left to right. Going to hand this off up the middle. And that's going to be about a yard or so. Saquon Barkley on the carry. Yeah. It's not going to be for a while. It's not going to be for a while, though. When I do, if I actually plan all that, I'll announce stuff. Because that'll be... So I was talking about this with my sister the other day. That would be a case where... I'll take a season off of doing, all the games that I do call. I'll probably only do, Thursday night, and that'll be it. For a season, plus playoffs. And I'll take that time instead to go to a bunch of stadiums over the season. Hurts looking to throw in 2nd and 9. Has time, pass left side. Going to be caught for maybe a yard for Jahan Dotson. Yeah. 3rd and 8 coming up. Yeah, I have no idea when any of that is going to take place, but it's in the plans. Third and 8. Phillies 1 for 5 on 3rd down tonight. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Making some adjustments as the play clock winds down to get the snap off. Hurts looking to throw. Rolling to his right to buy some time. Still looking, pass, end zone, and it is incomplete. And there's a penalty flown into the end zone after the play. Looking for Devontae Smith. The refs will discuss, but I think this might be a DPI. The Washington cannot get out of their own way. Refs are discussing. We'll see. Five and a half to play in the third. 2 fouls, both by Washington. One is defensive holding, which will be declined. The other is pass interference in the end zone. The Eagles will have first and goal from the 1. It's Noah Igbinoghene called for the DPI, the former first-round pick, the former Miami Dolphin. And yeah, he never turns his head. That's the big thing. He never turns his head. As here comes the tush push from the 1-yard line. Hurts up the middle, and he's going to be stuffed. Not going to get it. Second and goal coming up. And there's some shouting going on afterwards. They're still talking about this DPI. Again, the big thing is he never turns his head as that ball arrives. All right, Philly lining up for the tush push once again. Second and goal from the 1. And Hurts is... Hurts is short. But there's a penalty that's gonna... There's a penalty that whistled that play dead. Gonna be a false start on Philly. It'll be second and goal from the 6. False start against Philly. They are turning up how much they're calling this. I'm here for it. Yeah, 2 Eagles move early there. I wouldn't be shocked if it gets to a point where you see false starts called on the tush push that aren't necessarily false starts, but are close enough to where they're gonna call it just to make sure they can enforce it. That one though was a false start. Dickinson does move before the ball is snapped. It's very close to when it was snapped, but it's still before. Yeah, you have Landon Dickerson and you have their right guard moving before the ball is snapped. It's a great eye by the ref. Hurts in shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's Saquon Barkley up to the 5, a gain of 1. So third and goal. Third and goal from the 5. Third and goal. This has been a 16-play drive spanning 10 plus minutes. Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Hurts rolling right. Penalty in the backfield. Hurts pass. End zone's going to be caught. That's Shahad Dotson. But this is coming back. It's holding against Washington. Or holding against Philly, I mean. Holding against Philly. Third and goal from the 15 coming up. This whole drive has had a lot of penalties on third down. Crazy. Yeah, that's a clear hold. The almighty crown. Marcus Mariota was evaluated for a concussion and was cleared. And now also questionable to return with a right hand injury. One point out, Marcus Mariota had all of that happen in the span that this drive has taken. Hurts and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw. Stepping up, pass, right side, and it is caught! Dallas Goedert! Touchdown Philly. They punch it in either way and retake this lead with 3:27 to play in the third quarter. Ended up being a 17-play, 10.5-minute drive to retake the lead that was initially stuffed on 4th and 7, but a Washington penalty gave them back, gave Philly a first. A third down play that would have held them to a field goal had a penalty on it by Washington. Just penalties. As the extra point is up and good. A 17-play drive. Yeah. The Eagles are mid this season. But they're finding ways to win while being mid. As we're at commercial break. With us being at commercial break, I'll quickly bring it back. Right? Back. It's a weird fall off for Philly to have. Because it doesn't make a lot of sense. Because this is still 90% of the same roster that has been to 2 Super Bowls. And won one of them. Yeah. I don't remember what Cincy was like last year. The thing with Cincy is Cincy wasn't really mid last year. They were below average. Alright, just coming back from commercial break. They're showcasing the touchdown pass once again. That is a great throw from Hurts. Puts it to where only his guy can get it. Alright, so the kickoff going to be on the way here soon. Jake Elliott set to send this one down. Kickoff going to be returned beginning from about the 2. Face up past the 20, 25, and down to about the 26. Washington will start from there, and it's Josh Johnson taking the field. Coming in for Marcus Mariota, who is still dealing with a right wrist injury. So down by 4, what can Josh Johnson do? It is a legendary name from someone who is in their 18th season of NFL action as a career backup. It is great. Former University of San Diego. Right. Johnson gonna toss this left side. Gonna be Chris Rodriguez for about a yard. Right. He went to former San Diego University prospect. Yeah, 18 NFL seasons. Even spent some time in the AAF and the XFL. And he played during his time in the XFL, he played really solid for the Los Angeles Wildcats. Johnson in shotgun, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right, man in motion, right to left. Or short motion on the right side. 2nd and 9, gonna play action and look to throw. Johnson has some time, stepping up and gonna throw this one at the feet. It's incomplete. They're playing it like it was a fumble. It's picked up by Jahad Campbell, and now they're ruling it incomplete. Kind of just threw it at the feet there of his O-line as he was getting hit. Yeah, it hits off the back of his lineman. All right, 3rd and 9. 2:40 to play in the 3rd. Oh, 100%. Both teams have definitely not been playing their best football. To be fair, Washington is on their 3rd string quarterback right now, so grain of salt stuff for them. But Philly for sure. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side, looking to throw. Pass over the middle, going to be caught by Deebo Samuel. Breaks off 1 tackle, breaks off a 2nd, breaks off a 3rd, and finally brought down near the 47. It's a gain of 20 and a 1st down pickup for Washington. They keep the chains moving. So the Minnesota Vikings still have not left for New York for the game tomorrow. Their plan was to fly out today. When they took off, they experienced mechanical issues with the plane, so they had to do an emergency landing back in Minneapolis. As before the first and 10 play, it's going to be a false start on Washington. Yeah, so the Vikings are still in Minnesota. Yeah, the Vikings are still in Minnesota with a game in New York tomorrow. It's going to be the update from the Vikings. We are currently awaiting the arrival of a 2nd plane and still intend to depart tonight. They're going to get in late to New York. It's going to be interesting. Yeah. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. 1st and 15, looking to throw. Pass left side, gonna be incomplete. Looking for Terry McLaurin. Yeah, definitely better than crashing. But yeah, it's just a weird. It's a tough situation. I mean, in theory, they could just delay the game. Oh, if that, I want to say that actually has happened before. Maybe not NFL, but I think a college team has had that happen to them, or a different sports league. I'm pretty sure that something like that has happened. Handoff left side for Chris Rodriguez, gonna get about a yard. Dalton Kincaid went to San Diego. Is he transferred out of there? I guess, or they're just gonna have to quickly. No, yeah, it would probably just be remaining schedule is just a bye for teams. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw in 3rd and 14. Has some time, stepping left, pass back right side is picked off. Return past the 40 to the 37. It's Cooper DeJean. And this game might start getting a bit ugly. 32 seconds to play in the third. And the Eagles are in field goal range. And we're heading to a commercial break. It's definitely not Remember the Titans. T-Fox, have you seen Remember the Titans? If not, watch it. It's a great movie. It's like default football movie, like in every locker room. How did you think Remember the Titans had that? What do you remember from? There's one very specific scene I hope you remember from Remember the Titans, because it is a scene that pretty much just sums up every NFL locker room, or every football locker room, period. As we're at commercial break, 32 seconds to play in the third. Yes, the singing in the locker room scene is what I was talking about. That song, "Ain't No Mountain" by Marvin Gaye, it is the go-to song for most locker rooms. So for especially in like NFL locker rooms, what during training camp, they have the rookies like get up in front of the team and like, perform a talent of some kind, right? As like initiation or very soft hazing. The easiest way to get through that with very little attention on you and very little hiccups is to sing that song, because the entire locker room and the entire team is going to join you in it. It is a great song, so it helps that that's part of it. And they're just coming back from commercial break. I don't know. People remember the football team Titans exist, but the movie Remember the Titans, it's a great movie. All right, Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. First and 10. Two receiving options to each side. Hurts looking to throw. Pressure coming. Trying to step up and going to be sacked back near the 39. Bobby Wagner bringing him down. That'll be the end of the third quarter. All right, end of the third quarter. Heading into a commercial break. Yes, yeah, We Are Marshall. Because I'm pretty sure that movie is based off of a true story. Oh, because I was typing stuff. I was DMing a friend something and I must have hit that button. What button do I have as that again? Yeah, that's me fat finger in the button. What are you saying is the best football movie? Remember, if you remember the Titans, and yeah, it is definitely up there. I mean, I'm still impartial to The Blind Side, as I watched that a lot growing up. I know I know there's a ton of other stuff going on with that movie now, but I do still like The Blind Side. Yeah, man. We are Marshall. We are Marshall is based off a true story, which is crazy. All right, at commercial break as we await the start of the fourth quarter. 15 minutes remain. Either Philly becomes the first team since themselves back in 2005 to win back-to-back NFC's titles, or they are locked out of getting home field advantage in the NFC for the playoffs. Comes down to 15 minutes of action. It's a 2nd and 12 coming up when we get back from the commercial break. At commercial break. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Again, to me, it's either Remember the Titans or The Blind Side. But I could understand other options. All right, 2nd and 12. Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Hurts looking to throw. Pass left side, going to be caught by A.J. Brown. Has space to about the 30 before being brought down. 3rd and relatively short coming up. Third and about 2, 3rd and 2.5 or so. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Hurts looking to throw. Pressure coming, escaping to his right. Looking, gonna take it himself, and that will be enough for a first, a gain of about 3 or so. Up to the Washington 26 and a fresh set of downs. All right. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion left to right. Hurts going to hand this off up the middle for Saquon Barkley, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Javon Kinlaw on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Just under 13.5 to play in the game. Heard. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Now going to shift it back to his left. Hurts looking to throw. Pass over the middle. Going to be caught by Jahad Dodson down to the 20. Gain of 6. 3rd and 4 coming up. Third and 4. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle, and there's space for a first. Inside the 15 and down to the 12. Saquon Barkley on the gain of 8. And a fresh set of downs as Philly's in the red zone. Very real possibility that a touchdown here will pretty much end the game with how Washington's offense has been moving in this one. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 12. Man in motion left to right. Hurts going to hand this off to Saquon Barkley up the middle. Inside the 10. It passed the 5. Breaking tackles. And Saquon Barkley is in. From 12 yards out. That might do it. With 11:33 to play in the game. Now up to a 2-possession lead. I'm not sure if Washington's offense has the ability tonight to score twice the way they will need to. The extra point is up, and it is good. An 11-point lead with 11:33 to play, and we head to commercial break. All right, again, that's helping out fantasy. Yeah. All right, that commercial break. I mean, in theory, they could pull some. They can pull a comeback here, but I doubt it. Their offense just has not been doing enough with the entire game. Yeah. We'll see. We will see. We're at commercial break. At commercial break. Oh yeah, Panthers cut within 1 against the Blues. Who scored it? Oh, AJ Greer scored it. Okay. Also with that. Just coming back from commercial break. Florida on a power play. Hell yeah. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from about the 8. Face up past the 25, past the 30. Trying to bounce it right side and going to be forced out of bounds near the 34. Not a bad return. Yeah, Seahawks currently sit with the 1 seed in the NFC. The Rams and 49ers are the 5 and 6 seed. It's weird to see the Lions on the outside looking in for the playoffs right now. All right, 1st and 10 for Washington. Johnson still in the game, in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left. Handoff up the middle. Gonna get past the 35 to the 37. Yeah, the NFC East winners. No repeat winner since Philly in the 04-05 season. It's gone close to 20 years. Second and 7, Johnson in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side, gonna look to throw. Pressure coming, dump off left side, gonna be caught with some space to about the 43-ish, maybe gets the first. But that's Chris Rodriguez on the reception, gonna be marked just shy at the 43 when he needed the 44. So it's 3rd and 1, 10.5 to play. Good save. Seattle getting a 1 seed is gonna be great. I would love to see home playoff games in Seattle. And just what that environment would look like. Johnson under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to be stuffed behind the line. A loss of about 2 or 3 there for Chris Rodriguez. Yeah, I can say a loss of 3. So it's 4th and 4 coming up. And Washington will seemingly punt this one away. Yeah, that's Jordan Davis blowing it up. Alright, so yep, out comes the punt unit. Tress Way going to send this one down. Punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at about the 20. Alright, at commercial break. At commercial break. Alright, Philly can have a very similar drive to the drive that they took the lead on. This game's gonna be wraps. 9-10 to play in the game. Oh, it's a bad giveaway. Got lucky that the shot did not come clean. Cause yeah, again, off to the side, you have the Florida Panther game on. Had a great game last night to get to 2nd place in the Atlantic Division. We're only down by 1 in that. In a way, yeah, it was. And boy, did they get right in it. Took them a little bit, but man, they did they. It's okay. That was a great way to kick off this week. And then we've had this. I'm hoping Packers Bears is a bit better. It should be. The first time Packers and Bears played was great. But we'll see. Yeah, great ending. Joe, great ending. You played strong at the end. And again, against the Rams defense, being able to score like that is really impressive. I know that part of it came through special teams, but still. As we're just coming back from commercial break, both the Packers and the Bears, which is the next game, can clinch a playoff spot this week, depending on what happens in the next game and what happens with the Lions and Steelers. So because the Lions game had a lot of riding on it with what happens in tonight's game, I'm going to be live with Lions Steelers on Sunday. Handoff up the middle for Saquon Barkley. Going to get about 2. Because the Lions impact a lot in the NFC. So I'll be live with their game tomorrow. Yeah, it was a good definitely approve yourself type of game for Seattle on Thursday. Hurts gonna play action, look to throw, pass right side, gonna be just off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Saquon Barkley. It's a 3rd and 8 coming up. 8:26 to play in this one. How did that stay out? All right, Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. 3rd and 8. Hurts looking to throw. Pressure coming. Pass right side, caught by Saquon. No, it's going to be incomplete. It was low at the feet. He couldn't hang on. So the Eagles go 3 and out. The Eagles go 3 and out. They're still up by 11. They're still in pretty firm control. But it gives Washington a chance. Oh, beautiful pass in by Florida. Absolute beaut to tie the game. Reinhardt from the slot. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, Philly set to send this one away. Punt comes off fairly clean. Going to be out of bounds near the 41. It was not a great punt there. Nearly got blocked. If that punt would have gotten blocked, it would have massively changed momentum in this. Yeah, that is absolute beautiful passing. It's Bennett to Marchand to Reinhardt to tie the game against St. Louis. Hell yeah. Direct commercial break. At commercial break. At commercial break. About 8:15 remains in the game. Philly up by 11 as we're still at commercial break after a not so great punt from Brandon Mann. Gonna put Washington with some good starting field position here. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Let's see if Washington can find some life into them. Find some life in them. Or just coming back from commercial break. All right, Johnson under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. 8:14 to play in the game. Johnson gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's stuffed at the line for no gain. Chris Rodriguez on the carry, Jordan Davis on the tackle there, and there was no chance of that play going for positive yards. Oh yeah, no one really tries to block Jordan Davis. That's not great blocking up front. All right, so a 2nd and 10. Johnson in shotgun, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side, ball on their own 39. Quick pass left side can be caught, and breaks off 1 tackle and gets out of bounds near the 44-yard line. Gonna be a gain of roughly 5, so it's 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5 coming up ish. All right, so 3rd and 6. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure comes quick. Pass right side is short-armed and incomplete. Looking for Jeremy McNicholas. Pressure in his face. He just had to get rid of it. It was a 4th and 6 coming up. 6:44 to play in the game. And at this stage of it, the Commanders will go for it. Or no. With 6:44 to play, down by 11, with an offense that has not been moving the ball much, Commanders will punt after going 3 and out. Don't fully understand that decision making, but sure. Punt comes off clean, going to bounce out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Philly will begin from the 20. All right. Fox is taking a 30-second break here. As we await this next Philly drive. They're going to be looking to ice the game. If they can kill about 3-4 minutes of time on this drive, that'll probably do it. So 1st and 10. 6:38 to play in the game. Play clock at 15 seconds. There you go. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 20. Play clock continuing to enroll at 3. Hurts handoff up the middle for Saquon. Pass the 25 to the 26. Second and 4 coming up. Yeah, Jalen Hurts play callers since 2016. It's pretty much a new play caller every year. We only had 2 seasons with the same play caller, and those were Shane Steichen. And they went to the Super Bowl in 22 for that, in the 2nd year of that. Nick Sirianni has not been a play caller in Philly since 2020, which is crazy. Hurts going to hand this off up the middle. Saquon Barkley, nice spin, breaks off 1 man, past the 40, breaks off a second, midfield, 45-40, 35-30, and finally brought down, but not before getting to the 26. Saquon Barkley. Probably just called game with that one once again. It's a 48-yard carry. He's up to over 100 yards on the day. He was met in the backfield, but a great spin breaks him free. And he doesn't get touched again until their own 40, where he breaks off of another tackle. And then is pretty much untouched up until about the 30. Yeah, when he remembers he's Saquon Barkley, he is insane. 6.3 yards per carry. Hurts in shotgun, can they hand this off up the middle for Tank Bigsby? And that's a gain of about 4. 6 yards per carry on 21 carries. Actually insane. All right, 2nd and 6. Hurts under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Gonna toss this right side for Bigsby. Great cuts inside and has space. The 20, 15, 10, 5. Tank Bigsby. He is in. Touchdown, Philly. And now it's up to a 17-point lead. Tank Bigsby, is that his first touchdown on the season? Got traded from Jacksonville in the offseason. And yeah, his first touchdown on the season is the icing on the cake, as the Eagles are 4-26 away from winning back-to-back NFC East titles. Oh, Philly's gonna go for 2. Why? Why are they going for what? Huh? Taking the extra point makes this it's gonna be a 3.3 possession game either way. Kicking the extra point also makes it where they can't kick a field goal at all to tie. Why are they going what? Hurts under center, back behind him. Hand off up the middle for Saquon Barkley, and he gets in. The conversion is good. It's a 19-point Eagle lead with 426 to play in the game. Yeah, that's being a bully right there. And yeah, there's fighting, there's penalties being flown. There's punches, there's fighting. Like 10 commanders are all, what is happening? Like 10 commanders just ganged up on this one Eagles player and brought him down. I'm not surprised by this though. Like, why go for 2? They go for 2, and then it leads to damn near bench clearing brawl. It's close to it. But yeah, there's like probably gonna be 7 penalties on this one. Players are gonna get ejected. Punches were thrown. Yeah, no, they got ugly quick. It starts there with, is that Amari Cooper? Hold on. No, it's Darius Cooper. It starts with Darius Cooper during like the block and everything, and then it just quickly escalates until eventually punches are thrown. It's Tyler Steen, the right guard for Philly, who is going to be ejected. Well, that's a 100% lock. He's also the Eagle player that got ganged up on by like 10 different commanders. There's probably be 2, 3, or 4 ejections off of this. Yeah, there's a ton of penalties down. There's a hat down. Every ref threw their penalty flag. One ref threw his hat. A penalty is unnecessary roughness, personal foul against Philly. There is one personal foul against Philly. There's two personal fouls against Washington. All three players involved in those personal fouls are ejected. So Tyler Steen, I believe, is one of them. Yeah, so it's Steen, it is Javon Kinlaw, and it is Winion Martin. It's Quan Martin, Javon Kinlaw, and Tyler Steen. All got personal fouls against. All got ejected. All the penalties offset. So the only thing that came off of that is the ejections. So ejections going to be fines on top of it. I missed the start of JMU Oregon. Also get Villanova, Illinois State here. All right, Oregon scored quick on that one. Of course they did. All right. .426 to play in the game. Kickoff is going to be returned up to about the 25. Oh, there's a big play for JMU. Up near midfield, hell yeah. Oh, JMU's quarterback is pancaking people. Hold on, this might be a good game. All right, Johnson in shotgun, back to his left. Three receivers to the right. Johnson looking to throw, pass right side, going to be caught up to about the 31 yard line for Traylon Burks. The Blues scored with 0.8 seconds left in the second period to take the lead. Wow. All right, quick throw, left side, going to be caught by Jeremy McNicholas. Enough for a first. Gain of about 6, up to the 37. First and 10 coming up. Johnson in shotgun, back to his left, two receivers to each side. Oh, Villanova got a lefty quarterback? Okay. 3:20 to play in the game. Johnson, handoff left side, has some space past the 40, down to about the 45. Gain of 8. Second and 2 coming up. Oh, that Villanova quarterback just threw a pick. Okay. Handoff up the middle on second and 2 is going to get to about midfield. And there is a commander slow to get up afterwards. It's Chris Rodriguez on the carry, gain of 5. And yeah, there's a commander slow to get up. It's Brandon Coleman, their backup left tackle, who's slow to get up. Oh, 4th and 2, and JMU is going for it. Okay. And they got it. Brady Cook, and I want to say he wears number 4. I could be off on the number though, but it is. I believe it is still set up to be Brady Cook, former Missouri Tiger. Yeah, he wears number 4. Johnson in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. 1st and 10 from midfield. Hand off up the middle, and that's going to be enough for a first and then some. Still fighting past the 35, past the 30, and down to about the 29. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 from about the 30. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. And Philly is calling the timeout when we're 2 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. Sure. Why not? All right, 1st and 10. 2:03 to play in the game. And yeah, with the Eagles being up by 19. It's I mean, yeah, no, even if this was the UFL, with last year's UFL, is a 3-possession game. Johnson in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. Going to look to throw. Johnson with some time. Gonna try and step up, and he's tripped and sacked back near the 37. And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain. 2 minutes remain for the Eagles before the Eagles are officially division champs in back-to-back seasons. Let me get the Bears-Packers game scheduled. JMU got the first on 4th and 1. This has been a good drive for JMU. I'm gonna knock on wood because I know they're probably gonna stall out at some point. Just knowing. Yeah, that's enough for a first. Yeah. Right. Good. Hey. Yeah, I was just scheduling the Bears Packers stream since this game is nearing completion. Yeah, NFC's champs for Philly once again. First time since the 04-05 season, the NFC East will have a back-to-back champion. And it makes sense for it to be Philly. That would be the team to do it. I mean, the Cowboys were not great this season, but most people knew that they were not going to be great this year, especially after they traded Parsons. As we're just getting back from commercial break for the 2-minute warning. Just getting back from commercial break. I don't think Philly, I mean, with the home playoff game, I could see Philly, get into the divisional round. But I'm not sure how deep their playoff run would go this year. Their offense has not been doing nearly enough in the regular season to give me hope on them. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. He bobbles the snap, but falls back on it at the 40. A 3rd and long coming up for Washington. Gonna be a 3rd and 20. Yes, I know what it means. I'm not completely up to date on memes, but I'm not that far behind on them. Johnson in shotgun, looking to throw in 3rd and 20. Has time, deep shot, right side, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Traylon Burks, but there is a penalty. Going to be DPI against Philly. It'll be 1st and goal from about the 3 for Washington. Yeah. But still a divisional champ, which means, and Philly at home is still a team I'm willing to. It's still a team I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt on. That's why I'm saying divisional round is definitely in the cards. It does depend a bit on the matchup because you'll be the 3 seed, most likely. Which means you're playing either the Rams or 49ers. If you can somehow get to that 2 seed and be able to play, like the Lions or whoever's currently at the 7 seed in Carolina. No, not them just yet. Handoff up the middle, and that's gonna be in. The Commanders score for the first time since the first half. It's Chris Rodriguez cutting into this deficit, but it's gonna be too little, too late. That's if Carolina 1 makes the playoffs, 2 gets to the divisional round, and 3 they somehow get the matchups correctly. Because assuming Philly's the 3 seed, Carolina would be the 4 seed. The only way they would play each other in the divisional round is if whoever wins the NFC North, whoever's the 2 seed would have to lose in the first round. Which I don't fully buy that. Johnson in shotgun, back to his left. Gonna hand this off left side, bouncing out, and he's gonna get in and make this an 11-point game with 1:10 to play. Is Jeremy McNicholas on the carry? All right, they're making this look somewhat serviceable, but yeah, it's too little, too late. Gonna come down to the onside kick though, just to see how much more life they have. Yeah, currently the Packers are the 7th seed. So Bears Packers first round would be cinema. All right, so Washington lining up for the onside kick. If Washington's gonna find some life in this game, they're gonna need the onside kick. And then on the onside kick, you get the field goal off quick enough, and then you get the onside kick again. Onside kick, and the whistle's gonna blow this dead before anyone actually recovers it. All right, so redoing the onside kick. All right. Washington lined up. Here's the kick. And Philly's going to have it. It's Devontae Smith coming down with it. 1:09 to play. With Washington having all 3 timeouts, I might start calling them. I'm hoping that they're smart enough to not, because with the amount of time remaining, Hurts in. Oh, that's not Hurts. That Tanner McKee in the game? Gonna hand this off up the middle for Tank Bigsby. Gonna be stuffed behind the line for a loss of about a yard or so. And Washington will call their first timeout. All right. Second and 11, 1:04 to play. Second and 11. And yeah, Tanner McKee in. Second and 11. They're taking their time on this. Come on. Yes, Josh Johnson did finish the game for Washington. All right, McKee in shotgun, back behind him too, receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle for Tank Bigsby. Going to bounces way past the 45, past the 40, and brought down right around near the 40, the 37-ish. It's enough for a first. So that will officially be the icing, even with Washington calling their second timeout. There's not really a way for them to get the ball back with enough time. In fact, they're calling their second timeout because of injury. Injury timeout. "47 seconds remain. All Philly would have to do here is begin the process of kneeling this one out. There's one of the kneel downs. They're going to need one more. As the Philadelphia Eagles, with that kneel down, clinch the NFC East. They become the first team in 21 years to win back-to-back NFC East titles. And they eliminate the Dallas Cowboys. The only way for the Cowboys to have made the playoffs was for them to have win out and the Eagles to have lose out. That's not happening. So the Cowboys are eliminated. The Eagles are NFC East champions. 3 spots are in. The 4 spots have been clinched for the playoffs. We got 10 more to go. Bears Packers can be on the way here soon, where there's a ton more on the line in that one. So I'm going to quickly call it here. I'll be back live in about 13 or so minutes for that game. Hope to see you all there. If not, have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.